I'm surprised no one else has picked it up. But I'm telling you now, this looks like it should be in Star Wars. And if you think of what R2D2 looks like, R2D2, you know that little droid? That's not the droid you're looking for, but this one is. It's all white, and then it's got this blue. It's like electric blue that shines right round the trim work. And the first thing I thought of when I saw this watch, and tell me if I'm not wrong, and they haven't nicknamed, I don't think they've nicknamed this, but I think it's called the R2D2 watch, or it should really be called, the R2D2 watch. I wouldn't call it the Star Wars watch, because I'm sure that there's some others out there that'll look like something else in Star Wars, like another droid. Some of those gold ones will look like CP3O. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe. But check this out. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, okay. Are you ready? That is the R2D2 Casio G-Shock. I shall anoint you and name you. And if I am wrong, and you can think of a better name, write it in the comments. But if you like it, write it in the comments. And if you don't like it, and you think I'm stupid, and I shouldn't even be here talking about G-Shocks, and my mind is crazy because it's got nothing to do with Star Wars, complain to somebody else. Moist Critical. Go to him, and then he'll carve me up and I'll be finished for the rest of my life. Anyway, I like watching him. Anyway, so this is it. How about that? See that? I don't know how good it looks because I haven't got a monitor. Got to save up. Got to save up for all this equipment. I was looking at Mr. Beast the other day. Well, he started from absolutely nothing, but oh my goodness, look, you know, he's got the best lighting, best of everything, but yeah, got to work hard, mate. Got to work hard. Don't want to compare it to that. Anyway, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, let's take a close-up look. Press the button. Have a look at this beautiful white G-Shock. Have a look at the detail. You know, that's what's amazing about G-Shock and Casio is they go through this deep detail. Like if you really look at the watch. There, look at that. The beautiful blue, it's like an electric blue. Look at that. There's the light button underneath there. So you've got grips on the buttons there. Especially if you're on the job and you're pressing those buttons. Beautiful. Oh, you can't get a nicer G-Shock than this. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like a little Android. Little Android that helps you on the job. It's got the day. What else do you need on the job really? When you're working on the job, you want the day, you want the month, you want the date, in case you've got to write things down. Beautiful positive display. You even got a stopwatch. You can see what the hell the apprentices are doing. You can turn around and say, "Oi, that door. It took you 2 hours to undercoat that door when it should have taken you 43 minutes. That's it, mate. Pack up your stuff and go home. Come back tomorrow." Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? It's got a timer in case you want to boil some eggs on the job. I don't know why you would, but maybe you need protein. Yeah, maybe you need protein on the job, build those muscles. But look at that, especially the light. But what many people don't know about this watch as well, see that face there? Not the bezel, not that little ring that goes around the bezel, but the face of the watch. See where it says Casio, waterproof, 200 meters, 20 bar. That flat part there, that actually glows. Now what I'm going to try and do is I might switch off some lights, eh? Well, check this out. It's a beautiful watch. You can see how it looks like R2-D2, can't you? That's it. Oof. That's bright. The camera doesn't really do it justice. It's got this beautiful green aqua glow. Let's take another little look at the G-Shock. Imagine this on a job. You'd really, you've also got a bit of style because it looks good. You could knock it against bricks, you could knock it against the wall. You wouldn't be worried about it because the prices are affordable. Look, some of you think that I'm only for these sort of watches. I like Rolexes and I like, all those other watches. Don't get me wrong. But you're not going to bring a Rolex and start bricklaying with it, or start throwing bricks around, or start painting a ceiling with a Rolex. What you need is a workhorse. You need a watch that can take a bit of a beating. It's waterproof. You could drop this in a cement mixer. You could drop this in a cement mixer and you wouldn't have any problems, would you? Now you get it out, throw it in a bucket of water, bit of bicoal, wash it up, scrub it with a scrubbing brush. Mate, you wouldn't have a problem, I'm telling you, with any of these. If you don't like white, there's other colours, but I'm telling you what, this is the one. This is the little R2-D2. Got a bit of style to it. And if you were going to go to one of those Star Wars conventions, you could dress up like a Jedi and wear one of these. So that's my little R2-D2. Yeah, it helps my brain work. Look at that. Beautiful. Have a look at the buttons now. Look at the texture on it. They didn't have to put all this detail in there. If it was smooth, it would have still worked. But it's just got that grip. If your hands were wet, it's sliding around, and you think, oh, but it catches dirt. Well, guess what? You can hose it down and scrub it off. This is a workhorse. This is what it is for. This will cop a beating. Now let's open this and have a look at the back. Look at that. All right. There you go. G-Shock. Module number 5522. The GA 700 HDS. I had to stop for a minute there. My eyes. That's it. This is good to read. So it's easier to read than some of those negative displays. So, if this is your thing, for an older guy, or even a younger guy, who's not going to love this? Solid. The old G-Shock test. Yeah, nothing. Nothing happened. That's what's going to happen on the jobs. Try doing that with a Rolex. Eh? Oh, that's beautiful. And that's the thing I was going to look at. See the hour markers? We'll get a good look at those hour markers. Look how they didn't have to do that, but look at it. The top of the hour markers, each hour marker, the tops of them are painted or whatever they do, powder coated or whatever, in blue. It just stands out. They didn't have to do it, but they did it. And it just looks so cool. It just tops it off. And the button here for the light. Oh, let me just see if this helps. Probably not, but anyway. Oh, you got the light in there. I'd have to turn out the lights again for that. But it works, it's readable. And you saw the face of it glows. got light, timers, 200 meters. What else do you want on the job? G-Shock. Get it, India. Buy your boss one. How'd you buy your boss one? They're only cheap. Sort of cheap, but they're worth every cent. They're worth every cent. That's why I keep buying these, because I love them.
World Tough Casio, it never stops. World Tough